My coverage of Computex 2024 is brought to you by ANTEC, Asus, Corsair, and G-Skill. To learn more about all their new products, check out the links in the description below. What's up, guys? Once again, I'm recording this voiceover from my hotel room due to some issues with my audio files, so sorry if the B-roll footage doesn't line up perfectly with what I'm saying at times, but I will do my best. Corsair had an overwhelming amount of stuff at their Computex booth this year, so I narrowed down my coverage to showcase their top 3 new products that I think will excite you the most. Starting with the RX Max. This is Corsair's first 30mm fan. We finally have one from them. It's been a long time coming. As part of their new RX series fans for 2024, which they promised to deliver higher performance than last year's QX design, which is a good thing. The super thick RX Max will be offered with and without RGB, and it features those liquid crystal polymer blades for optimal performance and shape retention. They do have 4-pin PWM connections. They're advertised to be super quiet and will hopefully be competitive with leading 30mm fans like the T30s from Fantex, but we'll have to wait and see. I can't wait to get my hands on these and do some proper testing in the near future. Next on my favorites list is their new 3500X mid-tower case. This is using that popular fishbowl design with the wraparound view that has just taken the entire case market by storm at this point. However, this chassis starts at just $90 US. I feel like a lot of these cases with the fishbowl style generally start at around $140, $150 and go up from there. But this one is very competitively priced. It gives you that panoramic view of your build, all the components inside, and there's no pillar on the front corner that's in between the glass panels. So you just get this seamless aesthetic. It's a premium design element for the price, really. Now, this is a single chamber chassis. Generally, a lot of fish tank cases are dual chamber in design, but this one is going with a more traditional route, which actually makes the case not nearly as wide. So that could actually be a benefit if you have limited space on your desk. This case reminds me a lot of the Fantex NV5 in that way, which is also single chamber but has that wraparound effect. I believe the Fantex NV5 is about $10 more expensive though, so actually that's a prime competitor for the 3500X. I'd love to see these two cases and how they perform side by side. It does support up to EATX motherboards and Back Connect motherboards for the latest BTF, Project Zero, and Stealth motherboards from all those guys. Cooling support is pretty solid, up to 360mm radiators on the top and side, and you can fit a 120 on the bottom and rear. The 3500X is available in black and white and starts at $90, as I mentioned, without fans, or you can purchase it with a set of pre-installed RGB fans for a slight premium. And last but certainly not least, the big boy, the longtime successor to the 1000D. It's finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 9000D. It is enormous. You could lose your kids in here. It's absolutely insane. They've replaced the 1000D's glass top and front panels with mesh for better airflow, which I think is a fantastic change. This is I don't know what you call this. I think they're calling it a super, mega, ultra, redonkulous tower. Whatever they're calling it, it supports Back Connect motherboards, all standard motherboards up to EATX, of course, as well as massive server boards of the SSI EEB and CEB variety. On top of that, it can also house an additional mini ITX motherboard, which means you can actually do a dual system in here, along with its very own dedicated PSU. So you can do 2 motherboards and 2 PSUs in this case. One of the coolest changes about the 9000D is its new InfiniRail system. Both the front and the top of the case have a set of metal rails that slide out to make installation super easy and flexible. It just lets you configure a variety of unique mounting positions, whether you're doing 120s or 140s, radiators, fans, all that jazz. As expected, cooling support is absurd. The case can fit up to 21 120mm fans or 4 480mm radiators, 2 at the front, 2 at the top. It's bananas. It can also house up to 5 3.5-inch drives, 6 2.5-inch SSDs, and it has an RGB front I/O that actually has like a built-in USB hub, which allows you to use all of its ports. All these ports here can be used with the motherboard's single USB-C header. Single cable. You don't have to remember which ports are active and which ones aren't. They all just work. It's pretty awesome. The MSRP is expected to be around $500 US, which is about the same price, if not a bit cheaper than what the 1000D is currently selling for. Can't wait to see some reviews of this case. I don't know if I'm going to get one. I don't know if I have room for one, but nonetheless, excited to see more content on this case coming soon. But those are the top 3 products from Corsair that I'm most excited about, and this actually concludes my coverage for Computex 2024. I just want to say thank you guys for watching the videos, liking, commenting. I really appreciate all your support for this event, and absolute shout out to my sponsors for making this possible. My normal content will resume shortly, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next video.